Welcome to the ugly truth. So I was thinking about how many tricks and pranks we used to pull on each other.
Oh, true.
And we didn't even just do April Fools, but we loved April Fools as kids. Do you remember anything about April Fools when we were kids?
Not specifically April Fools. I'm surprised we were allowed to
celebrate it.
Yes.
No, we did. Well,
I'm like, we did?
I think we didn't care. We were all about the pranks.
We were home alone a lot, so we got to do things.
We did a lot of pranks. Yeah. So the most epic prank I ever pulled on you, ever, because
I'm sure I won't remember until you tell me.
Well, here's the thing. People don't know this about you, but you, at least in childhood, you were not a morning person.
I'm still not.
I mean, you were aggressively angry in the morning.
Still basically true. Although being paid to be somewhere at a certain hour will cause you to fake
You'll be motivated.
Yeah.
But when you were a child, you were like a demon.
It's true.
Truly heinous. No one wanted to wake you up.
Yeah.
You were like, you're torturing me.
Oh my God.
Constantly. Shut up.
Oh my God. I was horrible.
You were bad. Anyway.
I don't think I was ever pleasant at all. I was just less horrible in the morning.
You were really just, you hated mornings more than anything so badly. And I'm not a morning person either, but you were really next level as a child. Anyway. You and I...
That would be my son.
You and I did not get along well in our prepubescent years.
We were, you know what? And looking back, we're so alike.
Yes.
Well, we were alike in personality wise, but we were very different as far as how we behaved socially.
Sure.
You were good.
You and I fought constantly.
But we did.
I got beaten more for being mean to you physically than anyone I know.
Because you were always stronger than me. And Mom was like, you can't just pummel her.
She's like, you are her older sister. You can't hit her hard. I'm like, what? Because she's not a frail kitten. But yeah.
But I look like one.
You did. You did. Anyway, so my biggest prank, I just remember, I'm like, it's April Fool's. Stephanie's not going to remember because she doesn't care. And
no, it's not because I don't care. I don't remember anything.
This is when we were a child.
Everything in my childhood was basically traumatic, and I have chosen not to remember 90% of it.
When I was a child, I was thinking this. I'm like, she's not going to remember it's April 1st.
Oh, no.
And so I'm like, I switched the sugar and the salt.
Oh, that was April Fool's?
Yes.
Okay.
And you came out wild hair.
Okay, well, wait.
Furious.
You have to start with this premise, though. And we've talked about this on the show before. Our mother did not allow us to eat sugar cereals, sugar anything. We didn't have chips in our house.
No, she was very naturally.
Yes. So we were either eating oatmeal.
She'd be an amazing influencer today.
Oh my God, right? Or our cereal choices were always something natural.
Cheerios or grape nuts.
Yes. So nothing had sugar on it. So that's part of the story.
Yes. So anyway, I'm like, you know what?
Because why would that matter to anyone else? Like if I'm going to eat Fruit Loops, I don't care about the sugar.
Right. You're right. So we would... because Mom just didn't see the difference, we would pile on like 7 tablespoons of sugar onto our Cheerios.
Right.
And so I knew this. And so
I'm pretty sure we were home alone this particular morning.
And probably.
And it was probably spring break because
it was.
I feel like it was a work week and Mom was at work and we were home.
Anyway, so I switched the sugar and the salt, and back in the old days, our mom had one of those restaurant sugar shakers. So if you wanted sugar, you had to dump it like old school, like a coffee.
Yeah. And by the way, we didn't have large flaked sea salt back then.
No. We had
everybody had table salt. Yeah, that was all you had.
The girl with the umbrella.
Correct.
So I switched them all out.
So it looked just like sugar.
Yeah, of course. So I switched it all out. And you came out and you got your cereal. And I said, oh, don't you want sugar? You're like, oh yeah,
Stephanie's not a morning person.
No. And you're like, yeah, thanks. So I'm like, I'll get it for you.
And you're like, Mom's not here.
You legit were like, thank you. Like you were like, really?
Stupid.
And what's funny is like, you were like,
how did I not catch on?
You were not suspicious at all. And I'm like, and even in my brain, I'm like, God damn, she is not even flinching. I'm like, I'm going to get away with it. I can't believe it.
Yes.
So I handed it to him like, here, go ahead. I remember
how was I not immediately suspicious?
I don't know.
I should have been. I would have been in any other circumstances except for it was morning.
I was leaning against the counter over by the stove. I remember this so well. It was by the microwave. And I was watching you from afar because I'm like, she's going to get violent. So I've got to be like far. So I remember standing back and you took, the biggest bite.
Because mom did care how much sugar we put on there. Yes. So when she wasn't home, it's do as much as you want.
I do remember saying that to you. You took the biggest bite. I can see the white on top of the cereal, the pile of salt. And I'm like, oh my God, this is epic. And you took it and you're all, oh, you were so mad.
It probably took me a minute to figure out.
It did.
What the hell?
You're like, what is this?
I mean, if anybody's ever taken a tablespoon of salt in your mouth.
Especially when your brain is expecting sweet.
Well, it's hot. It's almost like, salt is not.
It's like seawater.
Worse. And it was like sea paste.
You were furious. Oh, and for many, many years, you would always take and taste the sugar before you would put it in. For years.
I know.
And now, and I was dumb and told my children about it. Oh. And so whenever around this time, I'm like always,
just to make sure
I taste the sugar just in case, because they have done that to me.
Oh, they've tried.
Oh yeah, you can't
amateurs.
You can't fool this person. No, please.
To this day, watching people. My thing that I used to love to do, and I was famous for it.
What?
I scare you guys.
Oh my God.
Jump out of something.
You did.
Jump around a corner, hide in the closet. And because there's something sadistic about me. I don't know what's wrong, but the fear. I always thought, I'm going to grow up and be a serial killer because they enjoy the pain. They enjoy watching people be scared. I'm like, and I do. I'm like, but not in that,
No, not like that.
Yeah. So to this day, I will watch scare videos and laugh with my whole gut.
I remember, so and I know that you don't remember a lot of our pranks, so I'm going to share them with you because I
do remember that one because it was epic.
Sure, I listed some.
Everybody in our family remembers that one.
Yeah, because it was so good. You know what? It was so good. I was just so shocked how you were just like, yeah, thanks. All right.
I didn't,
you weren't even thinking about it. And you're right. It was because I took advantage of your lack of morning. Love and joy.
My guard was down
completely. And you're like, and I know in your soul, you're like, this is the last day I trust anyone for the rest of my life.
Ever.
Forever.
And by the way, we weren't all that young.
No.
We were like, I don't know.
12?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were
older.
Anyway, I remember, we used to pull a lot of really funny pranks, but I remember when we were really, really young, like 10 and under.
Yeah.
We 100% convinced Allison she was adopted.
All siblings do this, I found out.
Really?
Yeah, we were just talking about it at work, and they were like, yeah, we had our youngest brother. He thought he was crying. He's like, I'm adopted.
Oh,
I'm like,
my
we did
God.
it too. We did it too.
We did, and it was because she had black hair and none of us did.
It was easy.
We had brown hair. We're like, well, Allison, look at you. God. And we're like, I saw the file. Do you want to go see the file? And she's like, no. Why were we so mean?
I don't know. We've talked about the things we've done on the show, and the whole killing off your. Imagine dolls. Your childhood stuffy, the thing you drug around until it was a rag,
and your older siblings go, Matthew's dead.
And we gave him a lobotomy,
and he has to have a funeral now,
and he has a hole in the side of his head from an ink pen.
I do believe that Allison still has those dolls.
I doubt it.
You do?
I mean, she might.
I bet she has Matthew and green beans, 100%.
Yeah, there's not much left of green beans, but I think she ended up becoming an amputee. And
God, we did so much to that.
She was a chemo patient. She had no hair.
We shaved her head. Why? Whatever.
We did it to our cousins' Barbies too.
Oh my God, we got so much. I got so much trouble. Here's laughing at our trauma. It's hilarious. Do you remember when we used to put thread at neck level on the door jams? We would take sewing thread. We would take sewing thread.
Try to cloak you with
with thread. It was so stupid. We would take thread and put it across the door jamb, and people would get. There's only one person I know that got nailed. Allison got nailed. She was the only one that didn't see it.
Oh, Allison, I'm so sorry.
We did. Oh, you know what?
Jamie was always trying to convince everyone who would listen that Allison was evil, and no one else knew it but you. You're like, you guys just don't know.
You just don't see what I see.
You don't see what always. And everybody was like, Allison?
You're like, she's so bad.
You're like, you don't know.
She's evil. She deserves it.
Jamie just hated that she got away with everything.
She did get away with so much stuff.
She really did.
Do you remember? And we went through this. It was a very short-lived period of time, but I do remember when we were all trying to get each other with buckets of water over the door. It never worked.
Oh no, yeah, it never worked.
Actually, I think it. You know who ended up getting it?
Was it Mom?
Our mother. She got dunked with water. She's like, what the hell? Like, we're like, April Fools. We did that all
celebrate April Fools.
We did that all the time.
You could do pranks on other days.
Oh God, it was so true. And then I do believe you did plastic wrap the toilets.
I think I did.
And it worked.
It did it?
Someone peed on it.
Mom, I think she made me clean it up.
I think Paula did. Because, you know, Paula had urinary issues.
Well, she was little.
She had bladder issues. And so she was peeing constantly and stuff. She always had weird shit. Mm-hmm. And she sat on the toilet and it got everywhere. And you're right. I do believe you had to.
I think Mom made me. Yeah. She's like, oh, you think that's funny, do you?
We're like, well, actually, yes, I do.
Okay, good. We'll go in there and clean it up now.
Yes, we did get away with a lot of things.
No, Mom had a funny way of punishing us. It was always
It was true. It is true. Anyway, I was thinking about other pranks, and it wasn't necessarily April Fool's, but I was thinking about, I saw this happen one time at a party that I went to. Actually, you used to pretend that you would cut yourself and use ketchup.
Oh.
You did that a lot.
God.
You're like, look, I cut myself. One time Mom believed you. One time Mom believed you. After that, she never believed you again.
Yeah, I would have had.
She's like, Stephanie Denise! So much so that she's like, do you realize that you could have died? I could have called an ambulance and you would be in so much trouble. Do you know how expensive ambulances are? And then she breaks it down. And you're like, it's no longer funny. I'm bored.
Yeah,
well, it was funny for a minute, Mother.
The reactions I was looking for the spontaneity.
You were just looking for the oh my God. Yeah, you used to scare us constantly. I think one time you were even in the car and you scared the shit out of Mom once. I remember.
With what? Fake blood? With
no,
ketchup?
you jumped out from the back seat.
Oh my God, I remember that.
You were
What is wrong with
That was
me?
such a successful prank though. That was such a good one.
I think one of the reasons why Mom would be the ultimate prize.
She was the conquest.
Yeah, because she was so serious
all
for everybody
times.
all the time. And it was so hard to make her have fun and like relax.
I know.
So, and she was always so prepared. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like she was there was nothing you could do to make her flinch.
Nothing surprised her.
Nothing surprised her, shook her.
Her famous quote, I've seen everything, I've done everything, you'll get away with nothing.
Right.
And you're like, and you're all challenge accepted.
Yeah. I mean, for like life, I can just, and she's right. Most of the time nothing happened.
Yes. But then when you got
then if I got it, it was like victorious.
Yeah. I remember you got in big trouble for that scare.
I know. I got in trouble.
I could have been in a car accident.
I literally got in trouble for everything.
Oh, I know. And
no fun will be had in this house.
God damn it.
No laughing.
One time I went to a slumber party and a mother did this to the children, which I thought was really crazy. It was candied apples.
Yep.
And
I remember.
Someone had an onion and they all looked the same. And it was my friend who got the onion and it made me mad. I was like, oh, sure, pick her. I was pissed.
Like they picked her on purpose?
Yeah. And I'm like, you guys are assholes.
Yeah, I remember when that happened. I remember that you didn't think it was funny and I didn't think it was funny
I didn't think it was funny at all, especially when a parent did it and they picked a child. They picked the child.
Of course.
Prior to. Like, they're like, no, Dina, you have this one. And I'm like,
yeah.
Man, that's
cruel. And looking back, I know some of these parents that we were friends with their kids. They were just diabolical.
They're assholes. And they're boomers now, so what a surprise. But it's like, I was like, you know what? You should have given it to somebody else. Like, or just let it be like no one knows. And then it's random. I mean, that to me is funnier.
Yeah, but to target somebody.
Actually, what would have been more funny is to have only one apple. And the recipe onion.
It was like Nellie Olsen and her mother.
Yes, Nellie and Mrs. Olsen.
Ew, let's pick on, Laura.
Ugh, it's exactly what it felt like too, by the way. Mm-hmm. And then I was thinking about, as we got older, some of the pranks and how they've kind of evolved in society. They're like, oh, do you really want to be mildly infuriating? Oh, do you like the new glitter?
I do. Isn't it cute? Yeah.
I glitterized our mic stands. I think they're cute. Anyway.
They are.
I don't know if we should admit this, actually. While I'm thinking about it. I don't know if we should admit this on...
She's like, you can always cut it out because I have no idea what you're going to say.
Do you remember when our mom suffered a breakup and her ex started dating someone that she really hated.
I do remember that.
And we went to her house in the middle of the night.
Oh God, I don't know if I remember.
And we put glitter and oatmeal in her lawn.
I don't.
You don't remember?
God, no. God.
You and
I was me and you?
It was the four of us did it. All four of us went. Ooh. We even dragged the baby with us.
Which would have been Paula?
Yeah. Okay, she was probably 8.
Okay. Yeah.
And we did it.
I don't remember.
Well, we did it, and I remember, and we were really happy about it.
Well, it was fun.
And Mom was like, approved. She approved of it.
She didn't go with us, did she?
Oh God, no.
It was she sent you and driving, right?
Well, I was
actually now that okay, it's ringing a bell.
Yes, but it was really late, and we did it, and I was just like, and did the woman deserve it? I don't know. Maybe she was gloating, and that's why it was bad. You know what I mean?
Mom always held back most of the information, so we knew very little. So who knows?
Yeah, probably. She's like,
what actually happened?
I don't understand. I'm just trying to live my life.
Who knows?
Who knows? But anyway,
hard to say.
We did that, and then I was reading something. You're like, if you really want to mildly infuriate somebody, take like 5,000 rubber bands and put it on their driveway.
Oh God.
You can't sweep them up.
No, you cannot.
You have to pick them up by hand.
Did we do it?
No, but I read that. I went, oh, that's a good prank.
That is a good prank.
I would have done that one. That's a good one. I would have done that.
I should do that to my boss's office.
Ooh.
Well, now I can't because I've said it on national air.
No, but the other one is bleach on the lawn or oatmeal. Like I said, wait, what was the other one? I wrote it down because I thought it was a really good one. It's not harmful. It's just annoying. Yeah. Oatmeal or dehydrated potato flakes in the lawn.
Oh yeah. Those would melt, but then they would turn into gooey messes. Yeah, that's true.
Especially like in the winter.
All the birds would be on your...
Oh my God. Put birdseed. Oh, you could put birdseed on someone's lawn.
I've done that to my own lawn. When I was cleaning my bird cage.
How did that go?
I had a little patch of wildflowers.
Anyway, okay. Well, I think that's the show. Thank you for listening. And we will be back with another show next week. Bye.